So a lot of the time we are connected to people who do not align with us, so therefore we hold on to too many baggages. When you are connected to the wrong set of people, places, or things, you will not be able to set goals for yourself. Even when you set goals, it will just be a vision board that is up on your wall or on your phone for years, and you have not even accomplished a single thing. So if you are someone who resonated what I have just said, then this one is for you. Stick around with me and I will help you uncover and discover what you need to do. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're just stopping by, thank you. Stick around with me to the very end, and don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. For my old-time subscribers, you guys are amazing. So I'm just going to start by saying something that's from the Bible. Now this is just to give us like an insight into what we're going to be discussing today. Now, if you are familiar with the Bible, you will know that God made promises to us, his children. Now, one of the promises he made to us was that he would deliver us from captivity. He said he's going to watch over us. Now, he said the thought he has towards us are thoughts of peace. Now, underline that word peace, and not of evil. He said he will give us an unexpected end. God also said that when we pray and obey his word, he will listen to us. If, now underline that word if, we search him with our whole heart, he will turn away our captivity. Let me pause for a second, maybe, to say this. We live in a world where you need to believe and have faith in God, who has the highest power. Now, where am I going with this? Some of you who might be listening to me right now might have never even opened the Bible or read it. True. And perhaps, just maybe, who knows, you might be surrounded by people, place, who so much believe in the old tradition that they use what? Spell work, black magic, Ouija board, and all other kind of devices to monitor you. Let me bust your bubble. Now, these people have something that they so strongly believe in and worship. To some, it even consumes their soul. They have spell books, and the list go on, that they spend so much time on reading and studying. Reason is because so they could use it to hold you bound and glued to them without you knowing, because they have held you captive to them. So, my friend, you're lost. You don't even know your left from your right. They sit down waiting for every month's cycles to do spell work on you. Now this brings me back to the Bible. Just stick around with me, guys. This is a very interesting one. Now the Bible is a guide that you need. Should call it your own spell book. Why did I say this? Is because it performs the best magic ever. Now in the Bible, God says the sun shall not smite us by day, nor the moon by night. Now all these elements that he has created, he has given us authority over them. All you need to do is know how to use it to your own advantage. Now, when someone uses this element, the sun, the moon, and the stars, to speak against you, return it back to them. Learn how to use it to your own advantage. Now, I know that was more than a second talk, right? But someone needed to hear this. Now, you hold on to people that are toxic. Deep down within you, you have a deep knowing that they keep you capped. Set yourself free. Remember, God promises over your life. If you come out of that place that hold you bound. Now, in order for you to truly let go of people, places, and things that are not for you, you will have to first ask yourself, why do I, let's say for example, Karen, want it? Or why do I, for example, let's say Howard, want this? You will have to sit down for a minute with yourself and ask yourself why you want to hold on to all of the above that I have mentioned. What makes you want to keep them? What's tugging your heart with fear when you think of not having these people or person in your life? What comes to mind? Write it down. Okay, wait. I think you need to probably get a pen and paper to write this down too. Now accept your emotions for what it is. I get it. Sometimes we get so low. I have been there. Guys, I spilled tea based on experience. I am not just here telling you things I don't know or have not experienced before. Now, there are things that I am not proud of that I have allowed in my life that took me a while to get away from. It's not only affected me, it delayed me in a negative way. It delayed my complete knowing of what was expected of me. And that's because I thought that by just showing love to people, places, or things that I cared so much about, that it was enough for them to treat me better. Now, little did I know. So listen, it's not worth it. Now, you will have to do the healing, right? And understand what it means to let go. Because holding on to it will only delay what God has for you. It's going to delay and stop you from stepping into your full potential and your purpose. Now, call out whatever it is that is not serving you and ask yourself, why is it not serving you? Now, when you're in a relationship with people who are not in agreement with where you are going to, what your pursuits are, your goals and purpose, they will distract you from where you're going to. Listen, it is true when they say that iron sharpens iron. The person, people, or places or things you're connected to is either going to bless your life or curse your life. It's either going to drain you, deteriorate your life in a major possible way. So when they also say that birds of the same feather flock together, now that is absolutely true. A lot of people don't like acknowledging that. That's true. If you walk in the same direction, you're going to definitely flock together. Now, if you do not walk in the same direction, you definitely will not flock together. You might not have the same goals, that is fine. But if you're like-minded, you're definitely going to go in the same direction. Now, if you are connected to people, someone that is not meant for you, you're constantly going to keep walking in directions that are not meant for you. Find your own direction. Some people might even think you're stupid. They might think you're dumb. Now that's okay. What's wrong with that? Walk on that direction first. Walk alone. Why do you think that sometimes you see a group of friends and then the smartest one is always stepping into his or her own potential, and then you find another group where the smartest one in the group of friends, where you're the smartest one in the group of friends, but because you're so stuck and held captive, you're just in one place. Now, a lot of the time, you're even dealing with people that single-handedly know that about you. So they try by any each way possible to keep you stuck with them. You date the same kind of women that are broken and attached like you. You drink and party together. Now, if you look at all this group of yours, you're just going to find out that only one or two people have your interests at heart. But because you're so blinded, you can't even take decisions without asking A, B, C, or D what they think, knowing fully well that you all think alike. You have to wake up. There are times you also find yourself in a group of friends or in a group. That is not to say that they are not good for you, but you don't want to keep remaining in that same position. You will want to expand. You should be aiming to be around people who are above you, people who are smarter than you, people who think different for a change, people who give you a different perspective into things about life. you name it. Else you're just going to keep being stuck and then being at a very low level with low mindset, which is definitely going to stunt your growth. Now that is a dangerous place to be in. God created us to grow. He created us to multiply as couples, switch things, places, or things, year in, year out. Keep learning as a living being that we are, not that we are not as a dead person. You're not dead. So at every given moment, just give room for transformation. Because at any moment, God can give you a new idea. He can give you something new. He can give you the zeal to want to do something that is worth pursuing. So guys, iron sharpens iron really, and birds of the same feather flock together. Now ask yourself, where are we going? Ask yourself, where are you going? What are you even doing? In what way are you pouring to each other? Is it in a negative way or in a positive way? The things that you do together, are you even proud about it, or are you proud of it? Now, if your answer is yes, so why do you hide it from the world around you? Give yourself the honest answer. Now, if it is no, it is only because you're not proud of it. Now, why speak about mental health? For example, when your mental health is bruised, why go to the gym to get raped and torn when inside is always in mental battle? You will want to sit down and get a paper and actually write down clearly, why is this not working? And what it is that it is not working for you. The people can be the toxic people that deep within you that are not right for you. Could it be your job? That is a place. Does it drain you? You don't feel fulfilled in it? Do you feel lost? Like you're not doing enough for yourself? Now ask yourself, what is it about this that is wrong and not fulfilling for me? Be real and be very clear, no matter how much it hurts, right? Write it down. Even if you have to cry while doing that. I'm not joking, guys. Even if you have to cry while doing that, be vulnerable about it. There is nothing wrong with that. Who says there's anything wrong with being vulnerable? It won't be easy, but you will have to allow the emotions you feel, the sadness you feel, the disappointment you feel flow, right? Allow yourself to actually go through the motions. Give yourself the grace. It is the first step into your breakthrough moment. Feel everything that you need to feel. Don't hold back. That is you stepping into your healing process. You can't heal from people, places, or things without allowing yourself to actually go through the motions. It is very important that you actually go through it. Do not suppress it. Now, if you do, you are only suppressing who you are meant to truly be. Feel it. Approach it as it comes. Talk to God about it. Tell Him, God, here I am. I have wronged you. I have done wrong to people, and I feel so sad about it. I need your divine touch. Sit in silence. Let Him liberate you. Let Him fill you up when you feel like you have poured out so much and need to get refilled. Get into communication with my Father. Just talk. Say something. He will mightily fill you up from everything that you have to let go, everything that you had poured out because it was no longer serving you. It wasn't meant for you. That you knew deep within, when you are in the knowing, that is a great place to be in, guys, because you know some things ain't right for you, and you can't multiply as much as you should if you keep up with it. Now, coming out of it actually places you on the right track. It places you in the right direction. It gives you the right frame. It places you, when I say it's, yeah, it gives you the right frame, or you have the right mindset. Yeah. Now, after writing all of this, try and understand why you chose to let go. Read and look at the paper so that you can see your why clearly. Why have you even been holding on to it in the first place? Now, that would be a very therapeutic moment for you guys. Don't forget to give me a feedback when you get to this step on the comment section. Now, reach out to me for those of you that have access to doing that. Talk to me. Let me be your safe haven on earth. I'm not joking, guys. Let me be your safe haven on earth. See the reason, understand it. Was it out of fear, or is it because someone was threatening you, or because of codependency? Now, remember what psychologists say about codependency. They said it is a dysfunctional relationship dynamic where one person takes the place of the giver, sacrifices his or her own need and well-being for the sake of people, family, or others who are the takers. Now, so often there's no actual real bond. It's never subjected to a real romantic relationship. Now, codependency is people pleasing. To add to it, stop it if you fully want to let go. Is it lack of self-worth because the person validates you or give you this false sense of hope? I know that there are people who say it is better to have someone than not to have anyone. Or they say it is better to be in a relationship for the sake of it rather than not being in a relationship. Are you allowing yourself to have all of that because of what people may think or what people may say? It is actually, trust me, a sad place to be in when you have to be attached to people, person, or thing that is not in alignment with you. It's just you delaying yourself year in, year out. Just try for a moment to visualize a life that you dreamt of having and the life that you're having right now with someone only because you decided to settle for the sake of settling, or only because you decided to constantly be with that person because of sex or material gains. So therefore you allow that person the grace to constantly disrespect you and shame you. Now, for a second, if you take away the sexual pleasure, just ask yourself, in what way is this person filling me up? Now, if it is for the material gain, now ask yourself, when I stop giving to these people this material gain, are they going to see me the same way they see me, as being truly who I am? Or is it just because of the gains? So ask yourself, is it about what you even want, or what God had already designed for you to have? Just learn to have a deeper knowing that you deserve so much more than you get, or so much more than you give out. See yourself outside your current situation. Get to know yourself. Love on yourself for a bit. See the vision you have for your life, because people who do not have vision allow anybody into their life. They allow just any mess. So they live a life that is mercy. They live a mercy life. Shift your mindset from thinking that you're losing someone, things, people, and focus on the gains that come with letting go. This will be a game changer that you will need for your life, especially for your subconscious mind, which so often tries to keep you holding on to someone, places, or things. Let your focus be on the gains of all its possibilities. It's inevitable. Holding on to things can't serve as a blessing or a curse in your life. However, if you think it does, ask yourself, why am I in constant conflict, battle, turmoil, confusion, fear, stress? Why can't I even communicate and understand? Why can't we communicate and understand each other without breaking glasses or cursing on each other or without talking down on one another? There will be a sudden boost of confidence that comes with letting go of toxic people. Now, when you learn to let go when you should, you will start to attract better people. People who will love you for you. People who add to your life only because you have decided to set up like a healthy boundary. You are not allowing yourself to be in a space you cannot fully identify with. You see clearly. The blindfolds are finally off. You can see when something went right for you from miles away, and you can stay away from it because now you know. Of course, now you know. So if you don't, that it's going to take you like 20 or 1,000 steps backward to the place that you left behind. You're just able to spot things and people that look so familiar to the old, and for some reason you don't want to be attached to familiar. You're choosing not to attach to what the society call comfortable. Stop creating soul ties that you and I know will eventually affect your future, next generation to come. Acknowledge why you're around someone. When you read your why, just try and tell yourself the truth, and then you will realize that you're not being honest with yourself. If you're being scared, stop being scared. I'm just here to tell someone, stop being scared. Stop being scared of rejection. I have walked around people that don't like me. I have walked around people or move around people that I know they don't like me. Some of these people I don't even know, and they are constantly always keeping tabs of me, even when I post, and I don't even know these people. But you see, the funniest part is that for every time they are always looking out or so eager to know what next I have going on. It actually pleases me to know that for some of them my name actually live rent free in their minds when they sleep, when they shit. I'm not joking, guys. When they brush their teeth, when they are sitting in the company of their toxic friends discussing me. Some of these people, I don't even know them. But it's crazy that for some reason they have created a picture of who or what they think I am. Now, that's fine by me. The question is that, am I going to try and stop them? No, I am not going to do that. There's so much I have going on for me that they are the least of my problems. I'm just going to wait for God to do that for me. So I'm here to tell somebody that you need to stop people pleasing. Do not let fear cripple you into thinking that there's nothing better out there. The moment you allow thought like this reside in your heart, you will create exactly what you're thinking. Start manifesting and calling for good things, people, places into your life. Keep doing that until it comes true. Okay, maybe this is like a topic for another day, yeah? How to manifest. Now, what makes you even think that there's nothing better out there? The person you're with. What are you accomplishing together? What goals have you achieved together? How many of these goals that you set up that you have really accomplished? Be honest with yourself. all I'm trying to say is that set up really healthy boundaries and be determined to hold on to it, because you're going to be tested. You will be tested. But at the same time, just be nice about it when you're setting these boundaries, but also be serious about it. Because what you're no longer going to allow people that you have let go to come back into your life. Let these people know that you're not playing. It's more like you have a door up and it's closed. Now, it is so okay for anybody to knock on this door. But you know, the funniest part is that you hold the key to this door, right? You hold the key. Now, that's how you create boundaries. You're not building up walls. We do not want that, right? Now, when you build walls, it's then coming from an unhealthy place. Now, we don't really want that. What we want is you have a door closed and the keys are with you. You can only allow people to come in when you decide to use the key and open it. So be around people that can hold you accountable if you really want to maintain boundaries. For those of you who can't do that all on your own, I get it. Sometimes it's really hard, most especially when you've not built up this mental capacity that is needed to keep healthy boundaries. You know, you can't be around people, place, or thing that you are trying to heal from or you're trying to detach from. Get around people who can actually hold you accountable, people who can hold you to the standard you're trying to create for yourself. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, lean on God's standard. Yeah, I like to say God's standard because the divine carries like the highest standard. Yeah, he does. So I'm not here talking about speaking about emotions, feeling, but it's all about the paths you're choosing to follow. Be around people who support you, who speak life into you, those who will genuinely uplift you. For example, if while in this process there are days you might get lonely, it's going to happen. I have been there, guys. I have been there. Now the tempter is going to come calling. Yeah, do you know the reason why? Because they need to feed. They need your energy to feed on. Now, when you can't remind yourself, or you're just having this urge, this temptation, and you can't even remind yourself of the 1,000 reasons why you shut the door in the first place, talk to a friend who can help remind you of the reason why you can't go back to that place where you're trying to walk away from. There is no guarantee that, I'm not trying to tell you that there's any guarantee that it's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. The reason is because, hey, this is something you've been so comfortable with. So it's okay to also understand as a person that it's not going to come easy. Recognize it. But while you're also doing that, know that at the end of the day, it's totally going to be worth it. And now let me tell you of a place in the Bible, Isaiah 43 verse 18. Now the reason why I keep going back to the Bible is because these things are written there, but because some of you don't even read it, so you don't understand that it carries so much power that can give you like a guide into everything that you need in dealing with people in this life. Now Isaiah 43 verse 18 says, I hope I'm correct. Yeah, just check it out. It says, God said, forget about the former things. Now, what are the former things he's talking about? The old things you're trying to walk away from, yeah? He said, do not dwell in the past because it is nothing. Underline that word, nothing. God says where he's taking you to or where you're going to is nothing compared to what he says he's going to do for you. You know, now he said he's going to do something new in your life, in our lives, and that he's already begun it. He's even asking, can't you see it? Now the reason why I said read the Bible is because, listen, I grew up in a household where, it's all Christianity, right? Christianity. This will be some other days topic, and where I was taught the Bible. But while growing up, you know how it is when you're growing up and all of that, it got to a point where I knew the Bible, but then I probably did not know how deep and how strong and how powerful it is, and how much of a weapon it is even to us. Like, it is like this weapon that we need to use in this crazy world that we live in, where people, if allowed, are going to like suck you and drain you and crunch you and squeeze you and put you in a box or in a jar where you will no longer be able to breathe and all of that. And some of these people are even people we love and care about, until I started dwelling much more on it. And then that's when I realized that, look, if I know so much about this holy book, then it's all settled. Why? Because He's giving me every resources that I need to be on the war front. If you know what I'm talking about, right? So just, try. I don't know. Maybe somebody needs to just try. I don't know, really. Maybe. Because to be honest, that's all I've got. All I have got in this world is just God. And that, right? So if I do not know how to use spell books, like the spell books people use to do magic, black magic, voodoo, all of that shit, I don't care, be it white, black, Europeans, everything, they all use it. If I don't know how Asians, if I don't know how to use this whole spell book, the whole conjuring, the whole thing they do, why can't I use the resources that I know how to use best? They have their weapon, guys. That's what they do. That's what they use. So what do you use? Give yourself the answer. What do you use? Do you just fold your hands and sit down and allow somebody like just sit on your head even while you can breathe and do you? Don't let nobody waste you when it is not time for you to be wasted yet. Do not let that. You have so much to give to the world, right? You have so much. Okay, so that was me ranting in a good way though, right? So back to it. Do not dwell in the past, thinking about years, times you've wasted. Forgive yourself. Don't harbor on the emotions. Meditate on it. Let it go. Be grateful for the lessons that came out of every experience that you went through. Be grateful for the betrayals, the backstabbing, just learn and unlearn. Just constantly do that and keep growing. Avoid triggers, because they are going to trigger you even while you're on your healing journey. Understand that they are going to trigger you. Just avoid it. Invite and welcome peace into your heart. Start loving and focusing on yourself. For what is what? Every experience, disappointment, the betrayal should have actually made you stronger, should have built this strength that you need to face the world. See it as a stepping stone to ever greater things. We only live this life once, and we will make mistakes. We will. But as long as we get back up and start pursuing what really serve us, or what we align with, or what aligns with us, that's all that it takes. So while staying away from people, places and things, extend grace to yourself also. Forgive yourself for what you didn't. Forgive yourself for what you did not know. Now, even if you knew, it's totally fine. We are humans, and we are all drawn away by what entices us. Be real with yourself. Lay down a foundation worth living for. Talk to God. Just talk to Him, because You know, like I said earlier, we live in a world where sadly people want to do extra because of jealousy, because of hatred, because of skin color. You know, they want to do extra just to box people out. Just name it. Now, there is a higher power that they believe in. What do you believe in? But you know, the saddest part is that it's not actually sad. It's actually a good thing, because it always leads them to despair. Look at it. Just look around. For everybody that, you know, they always lead them to despair. They always end up being lost. You know, even in their magic, they end up being lost. It leads them to like dead end. So the question is, at the end of the day, who has the highest power? Of course, God does. You just have to know that and embrace it. You know, allow Him to continually just abide in you. The only way it does that is peace. He gives us peace. See, be honest with yourself, guys. Let's be realistic. What is good for you will never give you trouble. It's never going to leave you in constant stress. It won't. Just talk to yourself. Be honest about it, you know, because there are some of us that God has protected us and delivered us from things that people did behind our backs, people we sleep and wake up with that we did not even see. But because, you know, before He even created us, He had like our blueprints already like in His hands, and He knew that He's brought us into this world for a reason. And He knew our weaknesses. He knew where our strength lie. But then He knows how humans are, and He understands that sometimes for we to be able to recognize that which He has placed in us, we probably need to like deal with some of the situations. Because if we don't, we probably won't even realize that people are having so much power over us that we actually willingly gave it to them. Why? Because we are empaths, and I mean, name it. So just know that you deserve better. Just know that you deserve to get more than you give out, you know. And in your moment of silence, just always remember to tell God what you want. Just talk to Him like you're talking to your friend. God, just really talk to Him like you're talking to your friend. You know, just talk to Him. You don't have to be so serious about it. Yeah, just talk to Him like you're talking to your friend. You know, get a routine that will take you away from the old negative mindset. Believe in the impossible, and also implement like self-care routine. Like, just ask yourself, even when was the last time you actually literally just looked at yourself in the mirror and danced and sang? And when was the last time? I'm sure some of you don't even know. So when was the last time you even spoke real life into yourself, as a person? When was the last time you actually did that? Or when was the last time you spoke life into the life of your kids, your child? But because you're surrounded with people who have negative mindset, you don't even focus on your kids. You don't know what you need to speak to them to bring life into them, the life that you never had, you know. So ask yourself these very little questions and meditate. Saying, like I said, take a walk into a nature-filled environment. Listen to the birds, you know, listen to them. Go to the beach. Just relax there. Get a new hobby. Maybe you want to start like a cooking class, or you want to learn more about leadership, or start drawing, or writing a book, or gardening, or farming. There's so much you can actually learn. You know, get busy, do your research on how to start or set up a goal. Find a purpose. Above all, find a purpose. There's so much information out there that you don't want to live in the not knowing mindset. Yeah, go to the gym, listen to people who have overcome what you're trying to break out from. Always fill your spirit with positive energy. Recognize when you feel an energy that is not yours. Never ever let nobody project negativity to you. Like I said, always send it back. send that shit back. Call back your power, call back your energy, and seal it up. You know, I don't care whoever it is, just recognize when it's not your energy. I've given like quite examples about how you can. I always speak about vibrating high in my channel. So if you go back to some of my videos, you're going to actually listen to where I've said that. Just recognize when the energy you're feeling is not yours. If I woke up in the morning vibrant with high energy, and then during the course of my day is like my life is still going on normal, then all of a sudden I'm feeling like this sudden outburst of emotion that I do not even know where it's coming from. Hey, I know it's not from me. It's probably someone somewhere somehow projecting and sending in negative energies to me, and I send that shit back. So send it back, you know, and yeah, just send it back. Why? And another thing I would say is just get busy, get a routine, you know, get a routine. Let me give you, for example, if you were in a relationship and you found out that your boyfriend or your girlfriend is cheating on you, you're going to take so much, you're going to channel so much energy into finding out why, how, why did you do this, why did you do that, you know, because you're curious. Now that energy, you're doing that, at the end, what happened? You find out whether they were cheated or not, right? Why not channel that energy actually into your growth? Yeah, I know it's sad. Yeah, sometimes it's sad. We can't really deny it. We can't. It's sad because yeah, because you're in a place where you're mourning people who aren't dead. Yeah, they are not dead. They are not dead. You know, you're mourning what you thought you will never walk out from. You're mourning what you thought is going to be in your life forever, be it a person or whatever it is. You're mourning it, be it the losses you've had to incur in life. You're mourning it. It's okay. Let God lead you. You know, read Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. This is a beautiful Psalm of David. It says what? The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. The Lord, He's going to restore your soul. He said, He restores my soul. So let God restore you. Open up. Accept everything that happened to you. Cry it out if you have to. Just know that God is going to mend your heart. Yeah? Learn from the experience. Trust me, there's so much peace that comes with staying away from toxicity. What is it? Please, you know what I'm trying to pronounce. Toxic people. There's so much peace that comes from staying away from them. I have experienced it. Trust me, I have. I am basking in it right now. You have no idea. So, get into it too. You know. Accept everything that happened. Cry out if you have to. You know, learn from the experience. You don't want to go back. You don't want to go through all of this experience again, right? So don't forget the lesson, because you're able to identify characters. You know, you'll be able to see what seems familiar if it comes your way. Faces, be it character from people, even energy, you're able to like just sense that, oh, this thing is familiar. Oh yeah, I've had to deal with this thing before, so you get deep behind me, you know. Now the reason is because you've gained wisdom from your experience. Let me tell you something, you don't want to learn. If you do not learn from your lessons, that experience, you're going to relive it again. You will. It's going to come back when you refuse to learn from it. Why do you think some people after divorce, but because they refuse to heal, they still keep living the same lifestyle they probably even ran away from? You know, they still invite negative and toxic energies into their life, and maybe they end up now falling in other hands, and before you know, again, second divorce, before you know, maybe third one. And you don't want to be in that place where it's like you wake up one day, you're 55, 60, 70, 45, 50, 39, 38, and you're still living and feeding into negative beliefs and mindset. Is that how you want to die? Really? Is that what you want to like leave, the legacy you want to leave behind? Just remember that your past also is never your identity. Learn from it. Let everything that you have experienced let everything that you've experienced give you even more wisdom, let it give you more wisdom. That way you're able to like prevent it from happening, like I've said before. And that way you're also able to like build strong relationship with people. God is going to send the right people your way. He will. And that way you're even trying to repeat patterns from happening, because if you live that way, what makes you think your children are not going to live the same way? And at the end of the day, you don't even have like any good advice to give them. Why? Because it's the same lifestyle you've lived, so they are doing the same thing. That's like creating like generational patterns. You don't want that. Be open to new things even while going through your challenges. So often you never know how God wants to step into your life. Do not limit him. We should never limit God. His ways are not really our ways. So just be open to anything. So as much as it doesn't look familiar, in as much as it does not look familiar, be open. Have an open heart, have an open mind, because God is doing something new in your life. Now when God is doing something new in your life, it's not going to if God is doing something new, it will be something you've not seen. Yeah, that's the word. It will be something you've not seen nor felt before. It is known to you. You have like a deep inner knowing, but it's just that you've not just received it by faith yet. Right? Yeah, you've not received it by faith. So feel it. You have to like feel it to know it, if it is good for you. Now, this is why it is so important to always have discernment. Discernment is very important. Pray for it. Pay attention. Remember, the familiar that you're trying to run away from is going to come back to test you. It's going to come back even more. Sometimes they come back disguised. They come back disguised. They'll trick you into feeling like, oh, I'm good, I'm changed, I'm this, or they come in different form. You just have to, when you have your discernment, you'll be able to like just know that I know I need to run away from this. Why? Because there's this, you're having like a deep inner knowing already. So while on that journey, also one thing I would like to say is like, it might seem tough. Yeah, it might seem tough, but do not get tempted. Yeah, do not get tempted. Get to the end of the tunnel first. See what is behind those walls that almost everybody do not want you to get to. See it. Now see it. It's a journey, so get to the end of that journey. Understand the reason why. Understand that the only reason why people want to keep you on the low is because they know that there's something better, behind those walls. And get to the finish line. God has finished it already. He has, but he wants us to even be stronger, so he will allow us to actually go through the journey. So go through the journey. Just know that at the end of the day, it's going to be victorious, it's going to be peaceful, it's going to be relaxing, it's going to be exhilarating, it's going to be what else it's going to be I don't know. It's going to be exciting, it's going to be joyful, it's going to be joyous, it's going to be everything that you've ever dreamt of and imagined. It's our birthright. Yeah, don't let nobody take it away from you. So God, this is like my longest content ever. So if you are still listening to me right now, man, you're the best. I wish I could just give you like a real tight hug right now, that healing energy. I wish I could just give it to you. I wish I could just give it to you right now. Thank you for sticking around with me to the very end of this video. I just really hope that it made sense to you. I know it does. I know it does. It does. I know it does. I can feel it in my spirit that it does. So just do have a nice weekend, and I love you as always, but remember, God loves you more. And see you on the next one. Bye, guys.